Section 7 of the file deals with quality assurance. Again, we have subtabs down the left-hand side of the page. The first one is an introduction, tells you some information about what quality assurance is appropriate. The quality assurance program that is put together within the file is based on current guidance from 2020, and we would urge you to follow this program in order to demonstrate your commitment to a quality assurance system. The sections down the left-hand side. The first one is image quality. Image quality is where an assessment is made of whether the radiographic image is either acceptable or not acceptable, and it is based on the type of imaging system being used, whether that be digital imaging or film imaging. And as you can see, it is recommended, if you're using digital imaging, that 95% of images should be of adequate and acceptable diagnostic quality. They're slightly lower for film imaging systems. However, you should obviously attempt and try to aim for the highest amount of acceptable image quality. As we move down the page, there is more information about how you would undertake image quality analysis, whether that be the procedure is a retrospective or prospective, and more details of that can also be found in the dental guidance notes about which approach can be taken. There are image quality logs that can be downloaded, so we can record those facts. However, many practices will probably develop their own way of doing this, whether that be in a notebook by the side of the X-ray equipment or whether it be in an Excel system. Image quality analysis and the ratings, and also a log of the radiographic image unacceptable quality. All those can be added in, and it contains details of what information should be recorded, whether it be in the file or whether it be offline. Patient dose and X-ray equipment. There is a detailed description of what is appropriate in terms of the testing regime for X-ray equipment from install onwards. Move down the page. We have logs for recording maintenance that's been undertaken on X-ray equipment, film processors, and routine surveillance of the X-ray equipment that's undertaken in-house, such as checking warning lights are working and counterbalance arms are not drifting. And this should be undertaken at a regular interval by a member of in-house staff. There is also logs to record defects or faults and what remedial action has been taken on the equipment. If you're using wet chemistry and standard dental film, there is a program for that within the file based on a step wedge system. Step wedges can be ordered from DD if necessary. The product code is in the file. Stocks of dental film, processing and chemical changes, automatic processors and their light tightness, intensifying screens where they're used, and what viewing facilities are used, light boxes, etc. If you do not use a film-based system, there is also a digital imaging system protocol. And again, we cover the areas that are pertinent to digital imaging, such as the visual display unit that you view your radiographic images on and what standards that should meet. what viewing conditions there are, the use of a test pattern in terms of establishing low contrast, distance measurements, distortion. Sensors being recorded, what type they are in terms of whether they are direct digital systems or computed digital radiography systems. Step wedge checks still can be undertaken using this on each of the radiographic plates used. The conditions of those, and then we come on to image uniformity tests and detailed instructions of how to undertake that process, setting baselines, doing routine checks, using the step wedge as a quality check, process for that, and also continuing with intraoral step wedge logs are available by clicking the Add button. Panoramic and cephalometric radiography checks also are included. And finally, for dental CBCT, where the quality assurance checks are more extensive, we have a brief description of how that is achieved too, in conjunction with manufacturers' recommendations. Finally, there is an audit plan to make sure that all those procedures are in place and they're all up to date. And this can be added via the Add button, as you'll see on screen. Trust this has been a useful run through of DD's online radiation protection file and will help you understand each area